a spot about them being a gangster and you thinking they not.
Yeah, I got to hustle.
What's up, y'all? It's KT, the motherfucking Las Vegas Shark, back up in this bitch tonight. I got my special guest, Miss Lily.
What's up, y'all? This is Lily Lex. I am a special guest on KT's channel podcast. Hit like, tag, subscribe, and don't forget the notification button. Just to top it off, we do not own rights to this music, so please excuse me.
So, topic of this show tonight it's called Married to the Game. We're gonna be explaining to y'all a couple of things from the woman's point of view. 18-year veteran in streets as far as hustling.
That is right. I am an 18-year veteran in the hustling game here in Vegas. Don't get it wrong. I come from two different worlds where I had the silver spoon handed to me, and then I had to endure the other type of lifestyle, which is going to be my subject and content today, explaining about a woman's perspective about being a boss hustler queen.
So, Ms. Lily, one of the questions I got for you is how addicting the lifestyle can be.
It's very addicting. When you see that fast money come in, it's addicting because you're going to be able to provide for your family, your children, pay your bills. You're not going to have to worry about being on government assistance. You know, it's very addicting. The people that you get to know, the respect that you receive. Just like you get the respect that you receive, you also got to give it up, though.
I understand that. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing this video tonight is to clear up a lot of things that people may think, everyday motherfuckers that don't understand the struggle we go through because of the lifestyle that we lead and shit. Being married to the game, it's not for everybody. And every move is like a chess move. So, like I said, I'm giving it to you tonight from a woman's perspective. So with this being said, how long did you live in the projects, and through your way of being there, how hard was it? Some of the everyday struggles that you go through.
12 years deep, I lived in the projects. And it was a lot of struggle. In the beginning, it was beautiful. It was very beautiful in the beginning. And then eventually it has its time. You have your season where you're up, and you have your season when you are down. For a woman, it's really different. We hold a different job title. We hold a different place within the household. So within my ex-marriage of 14 years, I was taught by the best of the best. Generations here in Vegas, I cannot name no names, due to no faces can be linked to it, because I understand I have to be careful with the context that I'm explaining about and the stories that are actually true. I have to keep those people protected and confined. It's the principle of the game. Now, a lot of people can buy the game, but you're wasting your money. Because trust and believe, once you buy that game, you're only going to be told a certain portion. There is not 100% I'm going to sell you the game. And for me, I never bought the game. I was taught and learned the game. So it's a difference between somebody buying it versus somebody learning it and being taught it. And I was taught by the best.
Definitely understand that. Now, one thing that I want everybody to remember is when we say the game, it's raw. One thing I need y'all to remember, the game is everything except the game.
That's right. There's no rules in there.
At all.
But there's principles. That goes from stepping over somebody's toes if you're from a different hood and you live in somebody else's hood. It goes from, is your product any good? Can you eyeball it without a scale? Do you know your
Oh,
prices?
y'all real hustlers.
Some people may lower the price by a dollar or two just to get customers coming in. But see, now, when it comes down to loyalty with this, a lot of people have to understand there is no loyalty. It's raw. You either gonna get it or you gonna get got. There's been times where I had to take my losses, where I had to sit out. There's times where I racked up. Let's say, you, let's say, I'm gonna be honest with you. The worst part about this is coming across so much money, but not knowing what to do with it. I happen to take that L. Spending 20K less than 4 months and have nothing to show for it was my L's. So they do because at the end of the day, I wanted to buy this, I wanted to buy that, and I wasn't thinking. I was young and naive. So I've been there, I've done that. I done retched that much amount. I know there's other people out there that retch higher amounts and may not have nothing to show for it. But one thing is, it depends on how you dedicate yourself. Your name is your credibility out in these streets. Either you're going to be known or you're going to be forgotten. And you definitely don't want to be on black and white because there are people out there on there that still run these streets but still keep kind of hidden. And we know who you are.
We don't really speak too much on that because, like I said, we living by the street rules. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain
Absolutely.
shit that you don't touch, and we gonna always stand on principles with this shit. So with this being said, we gonna shoot to the next question. You know, when it comes down to raising boys, because I understand you have young men, how hard is it to keep them away from something that at the end of the day they grew up around?
As a mother, you try to confine that as much as possible. Don't get me wrong. I am the type of mother that will always make sure my children are fed, they're clothed, they have a place to stay. They have what they want and also need at any given moment. So when you try to steer your children away from it, you can only hold their hand through so much. You can't hold their hand through everything. Unfortunately, it doesn't go that way as much as you want it. And they see everything. They may not say nothing, but they see things. And you get to understand it when your children get older. And the hardest part is raising young men, especially as a female. I'm learning that still every day here. I have 4 young men that I am raising. Of course, they have a father, so they spend time with me, then they'll go and spend time with their father, you know. But it is really hard because the first thing that you think about is their safety and their well being. They'd be like, you know what? Let me go help mom's out. She needs help with the rent. She may need help with the light bill. And you don't want your son out there hustling like you had. No parent does. At least the ones that I know. At least that's how I am. I don't want my children doing that. I want my children to go to school. I want my children to have an education. Because there is a way out of it if you conduct yourself.
Yeah, we aiming for doctors and lawyers around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I promote to you for all y'all out there that play sports, you know what I'm saying? That have a shine and see different parts of the world, you know what I'm saying? Live that shit, experience that. Go all over across the world, do what you do, whether it be boxing, whether it be motherfucking baseball, football.
Like with my 4 boys, I kept them active. I put them in baseball. If the school had sports, they would play. Same thing applies to me. Despite that I lived that lifestyle for 18 years, it's nothing to get yourself back on track. You can go to medical school like I'm going for. I'm doing medical billing and coding, and then I'm having my PhD in management along with my physical therapy, DBT courses. There are a lot of ways to get out of that lifestyle, but one thing about it is it's never going to be forgotten if it's always been a part of you. And a lot of people have to understand that. They may say, hey, what, she may be pump faking. No, from a long shot, I'm not. From a long shot, I'm really not. I know about the lifestyle. I know what it's like to answer the door every couple of hours, late night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock at night, and it's pitch black.
Talk
But you
about
so
that back down.
thirsty and you so hungry, you know what you're gonna do? Sit back and starve? Not me. I was about my business. I was about my money. So when I had a clientele